Let's go.
All right, Dallas, obviously you're going to be making some changes to the lineup. 3 guys arriving late. Will you be able to still get those guys in today? Are you hesitating because they didn't have a morning skate to see where they're at, or are they good to go?
No, there'll be no hesitation. The last word I got, they got delayed or something last night coming in, so they're, I believe, in the air, or they may have landed already. So they'll be available for tonight.
You said Petrie, sorry, no, go ahead, Mark. You said Petrie, he hadn't sat much here over the years. Is this just finally a chance for him to take stock?
Well, yeah, it's a few things. There's, we've preached about earning ice, accountability, all of those things. So that's always first and foremost. But the most, the next part of it is with him is I think it's important that he takes a step back now. I just think that he's to a point in the game where he suffered a little bit as of late, that it's time to come out, watch a game from up top, take a breath, and I use it and reset. I had a long conversation with him this morning. It was a productive one. I listened to his side. He took in what I was saying. It was all good, and I commended him on how he handled yesterday. You don't see that very much from players these days. You've been on the wrong end of the stick on some plays, some goals against, and it's usually one of two things now. It's either I'm not talking to the media, or it's, well, I'm kind of responsible, but it's the team too. Where Petey, and it's not just Petey, it is the team too, but Petey stood up and said, yeah, I'm struggling. I'm responsible. And that's a hard thing to do. So that shows me a ton of character. We're not mad at Petey. We're not upset with him. We expect more. He knows what more means. And, he understands the scratching.
Dallas, he plays a lot of minutes. Because of your defensive makeup, is he having to play more minutes and make mistakes because he's playing more minutes than he's capable of playing this time?
Well, yeah, it kind of goes hand in hand a little bit if you think about it. If your team's struggling, the guys that are playing the most minutes are probably going to end up on the ice for...
Should play 18 minutes, and then if they have to play 22, then there's 4 more minutes to start making mistakes because they got to get caught in situations.
Yeah, well, Petey's a guy that... the aspirations for him are to, because of his size, his skating ability, that we want to develop him into being a top defender. And he's getting lessons on the job right now. So it hasn't been we haven't been able to ease him into this role. He's in the role. And he understands that. That was part of the conversation this morning, and his aspirations are to become that guy and to be very good at it. Struggling. He understood it. It was a little bit shorter of a conversation. The conversation started before the last game with him, and. It could be a number of things with Anton. We can't forget this guy's a rookie in the league. He's been thrust into maybe a bigger role than he should have been. But that's the game. Listen, if you're asked to take on more minutes, you've got to battle for it. And I think he has battled. But there's a lot going on when you have a rookie European in the league for the first time. And same thing. I just thought it's time to. That's enough. Get upstairs, watch the game from where it's really slow and really easy to play, and it's easy to see mistakes develop. I encourage them both to, well, not encourage, I told them both to get up there. I expect them to watch the whole game from up top.
So Larson gets off IR. You got IR retro Gordon? Or is that
That's Craig. I don't.
That's a great thing.
That that roster's moving all over the place. I got enough. I'm trying to figure out the power play, not the roster.
How about the top couple lines? Like, I know you were fairly happy with Nugent Hopkins, Hall, and Everly, but they haven't had a lot of offensive juice. They haven't been rewarded. If you're looking to maybe shake things up there as well.
Yeah, depending, it'll all come down to, we've got a couple of, not a couple, we've got one kind of game time decision on a player. And I could tell you the lines, but then you might know who it is. So, and I certainly don't want Colorado to know who might be ailing. So, well, they'll know after I blab my big mouth. So, yeah, we expect to possibly shake things up.
So you want to see Taste warm up then, potentially?
Yeah.
For you, there's always this suggestion in this city that Sam Gagner could be able to produce as much from the wing, that he may be better suited as a winger. Since he's come back, the production hasn't been there that maybe was in the past. Are you committed to Sam at center, or do you consider a move if things don't?
Well, I am right now because we only have so many centermen. So I think Sam is most comfortable there, and you know he's challenged himself. We've challenged him to be better. I know he's still working hard at getting his complete game back. I think he's taken some strides in that regard, but you know, to move him to the wing, you start doing the math on, well, who else is going to play center? So it's he's staying there.
Dallas, is this Colorado franchise, is this where the Oilers, I mean, this is kind of the template where you guys want to be. I mean, these guys were last in their division last year, now I think they're sixth. So to turn it around in 1 year like that it is possible.
Well, yeah, I don't think you look at. We want to be the Edmonton Oilers. I don't want to be Colorado or any other team. And there are a number of factors that go into quickly turning around a team that takes more time. We could stand here for a good hour discussing what all of those factors are. But listen, that Patrick Waugh and Francois Lair coming in there, those guys have done an amazing job with the turnaround, and the management as well. Joe Sakic, those guys, they've done an incredible job, and good on them. And but I don't take much stock in going, okay, well, we got to be Detroit, we got to be Colorado, we got to be Chicago. Well, you just want to be a winning team. That's what you want to be.
Do you think that you and Patrick are both rookie head coaches in the NHL, but a little bit, if you've had a chance to watch him, do you see as you two being different personalities when it comes to how you run your benches and just maybe different styles, or do you think there are some similarities? I
haven't really watched him run the bench. The only thing I've seen of Patrick running the bench this year was when, I don't know, whoever he was, those guys were yelling at each other. I watched Patrick run his bench in Quebec when I was doing a player development job. We had a prospect with this team. I got to know Patrick quite well. He's actually a guy that I've called a couple times over the past couple of years when we were getting ready to maybe sign a free agent that he had coached, something like that. So I do have a bit of a relationship. I think the similarities are I think he's quite vocal, especially in practice, can get fired up in the games. I think I get more fired up at our players than anything. But in practice, you guys have seen practice. I don't know, it's the same as when I was a player. It's not much different. I'm vocal. I like to talk. I like to see if we can push the pace a little bit. So, and I understand that Patrick's the same way. So I guess there's similarities, there's differences. It's in the end, it comes down to that need and the passion to win. And God knows, we all know Patrick has that.
Thank you.